So where do I even begin with this video? Because this news just broke as I was waking up that, well, the UK took it upon themselves to block the acquisition of Activision. Yeah, that's right. Microsoft's deal just got blocked this morning. And let's face it, already the internet is starting an entire war that really shouldn't have existed for this entire time. It's already turned into another console war with Sony players pretty much fighting over it, going that this is a major win. You have people on Microsoft's side going this is a major loss. And then me sitting somewhere in the middle going, I really don't give a damn who owns Activision at the end of the day. I would just like to see the company flourish. I would just like to see quality gaming coming out of them again. And actually see, their workplace and everything flourish. Right now, it's kind of a shit show. But then we dive into the reasonings behind why they have it that the CMA, the Competition and Markets Authority, why they wanted to see it blocked. Now, they pretty much had it that they couldn't solve anything in regards to the blockbuster title Call of Duty or any other solutions involving, promises to their rivals to offer the game on their platform. And this was a statement from Wednesday. They also believe that the real main reason why they are blocking this deal is because of cloud gaming. Because if Call of Duty is allowed on to cloud gaming, Microsoft has every chance to then raise their prices, make a huge amount of money, and drive their competitors into the ground. And what they're doing is trying to avoid a monopoly. Okay, how do I put this bluntly? I'm sorry, PlayStation, that your Game Pass equivalent blows? And that Microsoft actually kind of perfected it on the first try? Now, don't get me wrong, do I want to see eventually PlayStation have something that matches that quality? I would love to, but right now it doesn't. Right now, Game Pass is that standard, and for the people going, well, it's just, digital gaming. It's just Game Pass. It's not that big. Sadly, they're not looking at where it's at right now. They're looking at where could it be in the future. Is cloud gaming going to really become that big? Is that going to be the mainstay thing? Because we went from physical copies of everything to digital copies of everything to paying a subscription which will hand you hundreds of games. But that begs the question. Is that the future? Or are people going to still pay for individual games over time? Now, just to give you an idea of where this is all going to be going, you have it that we have a timeline for how all of this is going to go. So you have it today, of course, the UK blocks the Microsoft and Activision deal. You have it that Microsoft is going to be putting in an appeal. There is no timeline for that yet. We have no idea when the timeline is going to be for that. We have the US FTC has already sued Activision and Microsoft over this, and that lawsuit's going to begin all the way on August 2nd. And then we have it that the EU is set to make their decision on May 21st. Now, I don't know about you guys, and I don't care what console you're on, but I'm sick and tired of listening to this stupid news. Either have the merger or don't. I really don't care anymore. I really don't. Because, in all honesty, would I love to see Call of Duty on Game Pass? Sure. I would also love to see it on Sony's equivalent. Would I also love to see Call of Duty to some extent end up on the Nintendo consoles? Hell yeah. The last time I saw Call of Duty on a Nintendo console, we all remember that was, I believe, the Nintendo Wii and the DS. So it would be nice to see, even if it's not as graphically good, I'd love to see it on the Switch. But here we are that They're still fighting over whether or not Microsoft should own it. And you have people trying to figure out, if Microsoft owns Activision, does that mean the quality of Call of Duty goes up? And to be perfectly honest, there's no guarantee of that. There's no guarantee that it will or won't work. For all we know, Microsoft could buy Activision, have them, and Call of Duty doesn't change. But we are now going to be sitting for the next couple of months having to listen to the arguments over this over and over and over again. And at this point, maybe I speak for myself, I would rather the deal be dropped and have Activision, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo sit down and have a deal that benefits everyone than the acquisition at this point. I'm getting a little tired of this. And to be perfectly honest, I have never been a fan of the Sony execs to begin with, just because anything that involves everything from crossplay to anything that would benefit the consumer, they have kind of shot down in the dark. When it comes to everyone sitting at the table, Sony's always the problem child. Because for them, it's only what's best for their pockets, never what's best for their consumer. So with that being said, I want to hear in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts on just everything that you've heard? I'll even leave a link to the article down below, that way you guys can have a look at it. I didn't really talk about, how the CEOs reacted, because let's face it, at the end of the day, their reaction is going to be the same. Oh, we're saddened by this decision, and we're going to be working to change that. That's the same thing they've said every single time, and that would have been a waste of my breath. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and leave a comment down below, as well as click that subscribe button and follow us on all of our socials. So to all of you guys out there, you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever you're doing, do it wholeheartedly. And this is Dank Dan, signing off.
Get them to click that subscribe button, Dank. It's the only way we can figure out the numbers. What do the numbers mean, Dank? We're wasting valuable time.